Hello everybody, as you know that on 21st November 2024 I recommitted myself to journaling every morning after waking up and every night before sleeping for 5 months, and I also recommitted back to my good habits, self-care rituals which I lost track of because I went home and from a lot of other things. So today when I woke up, today is the second day of that. In the morning when I woke up, first I want to tell you that I woke up really late and so many other things, but I'm sharing this with you because we have a tendency to be hard on ourselves, to criticize ourselves, and in that being hard and harsh and criticizing of ourselves, we lose the opportunity that we have in the present moment to find a way to do things and all of that. We stay stuck in criticism then. And also when you are recommitting yourself to your good habits and you are moving from bad habits into good habits, from deep destructive destructive behaviors to self loving rituals, the transformation, it happens slowly, gently. It does not happen overnight. It happens over many nights. Okay, and especially if you grew up in a very toxic home, or if you went through something very harsh recently, things like that. All right. So today when I woke up and I was journaling, I wanted to share with you all the things that came up. They were the things were who am I to be? What if I show up and people don't listen to me? Do I even look like to be look like as a leader? Do I even what do we say? Will people even perceive me when I share my weaknesses, my shortcomings, my process? Will people look up to me then? Will they see me as a business owner? So then I was interesting. Am I looking at myself how people are looking at me? So okay, they do not see me as worthy of something, they do not see me as a business owner, so I also do not see myself as one. Okay, so then I was okay, am I looking for a validation from my subscribers, from my followers? If they validate me, if they see me as something, then I am worthy of leading people, worthy of teaching people and all of that. And then I was then also I also wrote about how it pissed me off to wake up and to see there is just one subscribers, one follower, no very less views and things like that. It's super frustrating, super annoying. I want to quit. So you see, I bought all of this on the page. You see, this journal, I wrote it all, because if I would not write it all, I would procrastinate, because I would not know what is going on in my subconscious mind, and I want to be vulnerable and share. Let my vulnerability itself make the noise and transform. God inspired me to do something, I am doing it. Even though, am I clear what is the path? Why is God guiding me to do all of this, share all of this? Do I know do I see the vision? I have a lot of faith in God, I have total faith in God, but yes, there is so much unsurety and so much that okay, where is it leading, not knowing. And I also keep my baby pictures with me. I went home this time and I bought them. I was not connected to my inner child at all. I grew up in very abusive situation, beat physically, verbally, sexually abused every day. Not physically, verbally, emotionally abused every day, sexually abused, on and off. But it happens. Even one time sexual assault can have a lifetime impact on a child's mind, and then when the child turns into adult, even they get into 50s, 60s, 70s, until we don't heal, we live with the consequences of that. So I do not want you to minimize your trauma. Okay, I do not want you to say, okay, it was just a little grab on my butt, or it was just a. Don't do that. It's hard. It impacted you, and oh my God, I don't want to get into sexual depth of my sexual assaults right now, but I just want you to have a lot of gentleness with you, because you went through so much, and to move into healing and to repair your connection with yourself, to repair your self-esteem, it will require you to be gentle, to be kind with yourself, to be incredibly patient with yourself. I cannot emphasize on this enough, that how much patience it's gonna require for you towards yourself to actually see the change. So yeah, and you know what, also I want to assure you that you're going to have that patience, you're going to have that support. Whatever you need in your journey, you're going to have it. 10 years ago, when I was about to jump off my terrace, because I don't know what was going on with all that abuse, no connection, I was alone, I could not go to anybody. I thought like I'm struggling and suffering all like by myself, because the home that was meant to be a safe place was the torture of hell. It felt like hell, and the people, like, relatives, parents and all, they were so disconnected. I looked at them, and my child self will look at them as monsters, all right, because they were like that. Their action and the way that they looked at me and all of that, it did feel like they were monsters. Okay, so that feeling, if you are living in an environment where you're constantly feeling like that, that's hell. Okay, so yeah, so 10 years ago, if someone has told me that you're gonna grow, you're gonna have so much self-love for you and so much confidence that you will share yourself and you will, all of this, I would not believe it. But today also in the journal, what came up was that I was never comfortable with being seen, because there was no emotional regulation. Like if I'm crying, I could not cry in front of my parents, or I was with my uncle auntie since I was 4, so there was no emotional regulation with them. I could not, like, I had nobody to hug and all of that. So there was no comfort in being seen and being vulnerable. I thought if I cry, I'll be considered as weak, or if I ask for help, I will consider as poor and all of that. So those things were there. I was addressing them in my journal today, and to expect yourself to move through it all at once would be very harsh. It'd be very, very harsh. To expect yourself to know it all, to know how you're gonna do it, it's harsh. Faith is also very hard sometimes, but faith is a choice. You choose, like, okay, even though I don't know how it's gonna happen, even though in my reality I see like it's not, I don't see any result of it right now, any evidence of it, but I'm still choosing to have faith that God's got me, that universe is orchestrating something magical. And then when I was writing all of this today, like, will people see me as this? Will people really trust me, look up to me if I share my shortcomings and all of that? There's this like a very deep moment that I had with myself, wherein it was my inner child, and I was just like telling her, like a very strong person, like, yes, we're gonna do it, I got you, we're gonna make it happen, we're gonna really make it happen. So the true resiliency, the true strength, to overcome the hard things, to persevere through difficult emotion, through challenges and obstacles, how does it come? It comes when you are creating the space for your inner child to throw tantrums, for limiting beliefs and all of that. When you are creating that space, these things, these emotions, these limiting beliefs, they stop controlling you. And plus, you will have this strength that you are going to get there, because you have a tool with inside of you, or with you, or because you are cultivating that habit to how to deal with these things in a very healthy way. Journal, mentorship, a good coach and all of that, a right book, a good video, all these things, when you are doing these good things, they really have a powerful impact on you. What you are seeing, what you're watching, what you're reading, what you're listening, when you start to take control of that. When I would sleep with like watching something crappy. Sometimes there has been a time when I slept with watching a really good feel good movie. I woke up in a very good mood. When I slept with watching something very terrible and all of that, I woke up in a very scary mood. I would have flashbacks of those things and all of that.